This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
YouTube, what is up? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you, and today we're taking a look at the single battery attitude kit from Vaporesso. Sent it over free for the purpose of this review from the manufacturer. Before we get into this review, I do want to take the time to remind you that we all have a part to play in the fight against Big Pharma, Big Tobacco, the FDA, and the deeming regulations that are looming over our heads. That means that if you're on social media, paint the best possible image of the vape community that you can. If you're a shop or a shop owner, remind your customers they need to get in this fight if they want to keep vaping, and follow all your calls to action, including those to support HR 2058 and the Cole Bishop Amendment. We all have a part to play. So, the attitude kit. It's a single 18650 kit here. The battery goes in the opposite way you'd think. Normally, positive side goes up. Well, positive side goes down on this one. Kind of weird. The moment you put it in there, it says Vaporesso when you're turning it on. The back is magnetized. Nice and easy. Nice, clicky, satisfying click when you put that battery cover on. So it's a new coil as far as we're concerned. Ohms out at 0.46, and this comes with the kit as well. Basically, it comes with one of their eco tanks. And it's not the same thing as their Estoc Mega tank, Estoc Tank Mega, excuse me, which was sent on over by heavengifts.com. So I thought we'd take a look at both of these things today, mainly because I haven't been too pleased with the performance on this tank, and I want to see how the Mega compares. The device itself, as far as a single 18650 goes, it's straight. It does what it should do. It works. It's got its smart technology as well with the chip. You know, same thing that the Taro Pro had, pretty cool. Starts out at 5 watts with nothing there. Screw down the tank. If the tank will screw down, there we go. Screw down the tank. Asks you what kind of coil it is, if it's new or old. You say it's new, I guess. And it puts a 0.46 ohm coil at about 40 watts, which makes plenty of sense to me. Yeah, I just haven't been impressed with the flavor on this sort of coil head, to be honest with you. It's just okay, you know. It's fine for a starter kit, I guess, you know. It's all right. It's just nothing to write home about, honestly. The mod itself, like I said, has its smart wattage function, which I think is really cool for a beginner, especially someone that would be buying everything together in a kit like this. You know, that's going to be a beginner. That smart function is going to come in handy. Wattage up, wattage down buttons. It goes in 0.1 wattage increments up until 80 watts. It goes all the way down to 5, from 5 to 80 watts in 0.1 watt increments, which for a single 18650, that's straight. Now the mod itself has a lot of advanced functions that people will move into from being a beginner and play around with them, I suppose. And some of them can be rather useful. Some of them are, you know, they're not for me. I like my variable wattage. I don't really mess around with temp control. I don't really mess around with the CCW function, which allows you to set various, you know, stops along the way with your 0.5 second intervals where you can set different wattages throughout that. You have that function in temperature control mode where you can set different temperatures throughout those 0.5 second intervals as well. So there's a lot of advanced functionality in this mod, as well as TCR functions that you can use to use temp control with any particular metal. So there's a lot going on here. So when you hold down this mode button here, you get into various other functions. For instance, you hold it down once and you get into nickel. And nickel mode, you can go from 200 degrees Fahrenheit all the way on up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Hold it down again and go into stainless steel. Same options for stainless steel, and you can also go into Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius on up to 315 degrees Celsius. Hold it down again, you're in titanium mode again, and you're in M1 again, and you're in M2. M1 and M2 are where you can set your TCR modes. Again, and you're in bypass, and you're back to wattage. 3 clicks when you're in temperature control mode, and you have the option between VT for variable temperature or CCT, which is like custom control temperature mode, I guess is what you'd call it. I don't know. But it allows you to choose different temperatures at 0.5 second intervals. So if you wanted it to ramp up slowly and then come back down, you could do that. And then when you get to the M1 or the M2, you can click the mode button 3 times, and then you can set the TCR. And you set that with the wattage up and wattage down buttons. I don't mess with this kind of stuff. This is for you guys that do. Have fun. And once you're satisfied with how you have everything set, whether you're setting the TCR, whether you're setting the CCT mode, you hold down the mode button and you're back and ready to vape again. In bypass mode, you have the ability to fire anywhere from 0.05 ohms to 5 ohms. Pretty versatile little device. Me, I just stick to wattage. I like my wattage vapes. That's it. Wattage and voltage, that's how I operate. Aside from that, you have your resistance, you have your battery meter. The S indicates that it's in the smart wattage function. There's not really a way to turn that off, I don't think, so it's always going to work in that smart wattage function where it's automatically going to detect the ohms and decide where you should start with the wattage. It errs on the side of caution generally, making sure that you don't, basically get a dry hit is the idea. But it's a pretty sweet little package that acts as both a starter kit for a new vapor and something that you can grow into as you learn more functions. The key is to ensure that you're ready for those functions when you start using them. If you're working with wires like nickel or titanium, you want to make sure that you know how to use coils like those. You don't want to dry burn them. You want to make sure that you're using them in the proper modes for them. That's all there is to it, really. If you get lost, there is a very, very serious manual that comes in this little tiny envelope right here. Yes, if you fold this back down, it will fit in that tiny little envelope. That manual is serious. It's in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different languages. Yeah, wow. As far as the mod goes, the mod's fine. Works great. The tank is what I question. That's why I really want to try the Estoc Tank Mega. The cool thing about the tank that comes in the kit though is that it's a 2-in-1 tank. Comes with both a 2 milliliter version and a 4 milliliter version with an extension tube that you can use for the 4 mil. Pretty sweet that you have that option and the alternate glass that goes with it as well. But again, I keep coming back to this coil head and I'm just not satisfied with what it's doing. I haven't been satisfied with the vape experience on this thing yet. It just hasn't impressed me at all. So enter the Estoc Tank Mega, sent on over from heavengifts.com. It's the same sort of tank. It uses the same sort of coil heads. And I'm just dying to find out if it performs better than the stock tank that comes with the Attitude Kit. I imagine it's going to be similar, but I just need it for comparison's sake. It comes with the same sort of envelope here. Inside, you've got your warranty card. You've got some information on the C-cell coil that they're using. Basically, it's a ceramic heating coil with organic cotton over it. You've got your quick start guide. So it's all in that little black envelope, and I love the little black envelope. I think it's a very nice touch. It's like a sense of exclusivity or something. It's neat. You get a spare tank, extra O-rings, different colored O-rings, which are fun to customize the look of your tank. You get a spare coil head, and of course, you get your tank. So no matter how hard I try, I don't think I'm going to fully understand this tank. I think it's just a little bit beyond me, is the thing. Because it says that this coil head is supposed to be some kind of environmentally friendly coil head. And all you need to do is change the ceramic inside, and then it's like a brand new coil head again, and it's better for the environment. It looks like any other coil head. I guess the idea is that it's eco-friendly because it's smaller, it's less material, it makes it less expensive for you, but when you get down to it, I wouldn't call it anything revolutionary. I'm sorry. It's a coil head. It's a very basic, single vertical coil head in ceramic. That's all it is. There's nothing revolutionary here. Sorry. Revolutionary easy coil replacement system. Are you talking about how I can turn the tank upside down and put this coil in here and then screw the base back into place? I mean, cool. I like that, you can change the coil head without having to dump out your juice. Would I call that revolutionary? No. I'd call it, you can change your coil without dumping out your juice. A lot of tanks do that. I'm not seeing anything revolutionary here. It's a very tiny coil head with a single vertical coil in there, and it's encased in ceramic, which, there's no way to change out the cotton. There's no way to change the ceramic. There's no way to rewick or reuse this coil head. If I'm missing something, tell me, but I'm not seeing it, man. I gotta say, adjusting the airflow, not easy. not easy. It's almost like you have to unscrew the tank to adjust the airflow. You basically have to screw the tank off, two-hand operation, wrench it down to adjust the airflow. Adjusting the airflow, at least with the Attitude kit, because it's got like this little, I like it, it's cool. It's got that little slope thing going on. It's kind of cool, but it's not kind to airflow adjustments. You really gotta take the tank off and adjust it. And I love these tanks that don't have like a fill area, you know, the whole top of the tank just screws off and you just dump juice in there. I like that a lot. I like any tank that does that. That always makes me happy. If every tank did this, the world would be a better place. All right, that's filled enough. Let's see how this compares to the stock tank that comes in the Attitude kit. I'm thinking it's gonna be the same, man. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna be the exact same experience and it's gonna be just, I mean, the flavor's just okay, you know? But no, the Estoc Mega is better. Yeah, the Estoc Mega tank is better than the tank that comes in the Attitude kit. It just is. It's better flavor, way better flavor, way better, like vastly better. What's so different? They're the same coil head. It's the same friggin' tank. Looks like the chimney is wider and squared off on the Estoc Mega. The better wicking on the Estoc Mega too. That's what it is. Because I thought to myself, I mean, this should have better flavor than this because this is smaller, you know? But no, this has better wicking. This has a better chimney. So the Estoc Mega is better than the kit tank. Way better, way better. Wow. I'm gonna kick it back up to about 45. Yeah, 45 watts. I think a little lower is better, honestly. Like 40, 41, 42. Yeah, 41 watts. Yeah, that's better. You know, in terms of a sub tank, it's okay. You know, is it my first choice of a sub tank? No. I'll say that the Estoc Mega is much better than the kit tank that comes with the Attitude. Way better. The mod is a lot of cool functions for a single 18650 kit mod. It's decent. Anyway, that's the Estoc Tank Mega and the Attitude kit from Vaporesso. You can pick these up at heavengifts.com, I believe. If you use code ANOHMBOY at checkout, saves you 15% off, and it helps the channel out with a small commission that's thrown my way. I appreciate you using that code if you decide to place an order there. Yeah, till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, vapors.